Welcome to the show.
Let's talk about Pauline quickly.
Let's talk about my favourite politician.
There's not too much to talk about, so I'm glad we don't have much time.
Hanson.
What'd she do today, Ye-Chan?
Well, Pauline Hanson, the leader of the One Nation Party, rocked up to the parliament today in a burqa.
Wow.
As
Which
a
one's that?
stunt.
Is that the one that just covers your hair?
Head to toe.
Right.
Covers your entire body. It is an Islamic religious
I
outfit.
reckon she bought that burqa at a proper burqa store?
That's
made the burqa?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Judging by the
Because
fact
can
that
you imagine her walking
Big
in
questions.
to
Yeah.
a store that sells burqas?
she must
No.
have had one of her
She would get her
henchmen,
minions.
her minion do it for her. So she walked in and everybody was like, what the freak is going on? And the dude, what's his name? The speaker was like, it is Pauline Hanson. We have confirmed her identity.
They checked her before she came in.
Right.
And then everyone's like, take it off. And then she took the burqa off and
Like
said,
Batman.
yeah, like this.
That man never
Batman
does
doesn't
that.
take his mask
Never
off.
had.
I've seen it.
And it's a bloody cow.
As if
When he gets back in the
as
Batcave.
if it was a grand
Are
reveal.
you suggesting Batman
Because that was a
is a
Batman
Muslim
does.
woman and that is actually religious garb that he's wearing?
Possibly.
Strange.
And she said, I will gladly take it off because outfits like these do not belong in our parliament, is what she said.
So that's a
and-
shtick. Ban the burqa.
Correct. And proceeded to request that we ban the burqa in Australia
Why?
because of national security reasons.
Security.
Security.
National security.
One thing interesting that I did find, guys, Pauline Hanson is an idiot and we all hate her, but did you know that there is a very large number of countries that have already banned the burqa?
I did not.
England
has it.
let me name a few. Syria.
Syria.
The Syrian government banned the Islamic veil in July 2010. 7 years ago. Very interesting. France. France is sort of on the forefront of doing things.
banning
Anti- yeah, I
Banning
don't want to say it, but banning anything Muslim.
Yeah.
Belgium, Turkey, Tunisia, Spain, Italy, Germany, Russia, the Netherlands.
The burqa's just the
Germany
full
as
head
well.
covering one, though, right? So
Full
it's not
body one.
everything.
I think.
Not all those
Is
countries.
that burqa or a niqab?
Don't
I don't
know.
know, but
The thing she was wearing was the full body one.
yeah, not
Right.
all those countries have banned it nationwide. Some of them are like statewide. But yeah, so it is a.
Weren't some of those just
this is
in
the thing.
specific places?
Like at the beach?
Like some of them are like you can't do it at the. Yeah, France's one was at the beach.
That's right. Yeah, I think
And
it's
I think in public
and places
or
where you
government
have to be
places.
able to be
Identified.
ID'd. Yeah. So, do you guys think it causes a security threat or an issue?
Well, what did George Brandis say about it? Because he kind of answers that question. George Brandis had a good response to what Pauline Hanson was saying. He's the Attorney General of Australia and he's on the government side.
Was he the one who said, when I saw you in that outfit, I immediately checked who you were? Was he the one who said that?
No.
Okay.
He's the one who had this little speech afterwards condemning her.
So he basically said something along the lines of there are 500,000 Australian Muslims who are law-abiding citizens, and what she has done has basically offended majority of them. And I loved what he said, because he said, I advise and counsel you to act more carefully. So he basically said, you better watch yourself, because what you're doing is ridiculous. And he was very he got a bit emotional, and I think he was very passionate about his stance, and he got a standing ovation, which I thought he very well deserved.
From Greens and Labor, which is not normal.
Yeah.
But my theory as to why he got emotional about that is because the point he was making is that we need Muslim Australians to cooperate with us when it comes to actually stopping terrorism. That's the best weapon that you have against terrorism.
That's right.
Is all of the Muslims in Australia. And when you do something like that, it's divisive.
That's
and
right.
It possibly causes more. So he was saying if you push all these people into the corner, doesn't help our situation.
Makes it worse.
But he got emotional while he was saying that, so I reckon he's probably seen, because there's been a few cases where Australian police have caught terrorist plotters before they've managed to do their plot. I reckon some of those are probably because they've been informed on. by Muslims.
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking specifically of that and the fact that if that stopped happening,
That's right.
the terrorists would probably succeed.
The attack would have happened.
So it's probably very real for him.
Imagine if she was smart enough to just know that without having to talk about it.
Imagine if she was good enough to care. Because I reckon she probably knows that.
Imagine if Chris talked any louder than whispering.
I'm talking
But
way
besides
louder
that,
than you.
I think she's way... You do... Just then.
Just then, you're pretty soft.
But...
And you're really far away from
I think she's really intelligent and racist.
Yeah, she knows. I reckon she knows that what she's doing. Or at least she knows the argument that I just made.
Because it's too clever how she's doing it.
She
Do
doesn't.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's super clever. Headlines everywhere.
Yeah.
It's an easy picture.
She's in the front page of BBC.
She's not dumb, but she's like you say, she's clever and
mobilises dumb people.
she's racist.
I think she's also dumb.
Just like Trump, though.
Listening to her talk is a nightmare. It's so difficult.
Good strategy, bad tactics. I'm going to say that. So, like, she knows how to fight the war.
Yeah.
But if you're having a conversation with her, you'd want to smack
Die.
yourself in the head because it's stupid.
You want to put a bullet through her head.
Why do you keep shooting people?
I'm very angry
It's the
tonight.
Nazis.
Yeah, I'm very
The
angry.
Nazis come out, you've got to be willing to fight.
Do you guys feel uncomfortable if you're in a situation where people need to be ID'd and there's people that you can't see their faces?
I've never seen a full one.
I'm not going to lie. It can feel weird.
Because, I mean, the
to be
idea
around someone
is...
like that.
And something that she would say is you don't know who it is. You don't know what's under there. They could be carrying a gun, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can make you feel like for most Muslims that would be weird because most Muslims don't wear a full veil burqa. Most people just have the head covering.
Yeah.
You still see someone's face.
I was actually wondering, does she mean like all of it or just the full covered ones? Because it can very easily be lumped all into one of headscarves and burqas.
There's some that cover like your full body. There's some that just cover your like face and head, and then there's some that just cover your hair.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 levels almost. I'm guessing she wants to do both of the ones that cover your face.
And especially her audience, like, wouldn't know the difference between those things.
No, of course not.
And would just want all of it gone, right?
Yeah.
Like the hijab is, I think, the normal one, which is just like a headscarf.
Well, you can still see someone's
you can still
face.
see. That's what I very rarely see burqas.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a time
It's
and I couldn't.
like super wear. But if you're from such a strict sect of like Islam where you're wearing one of those, you're probably not going out very often because there's rules about when women can interact with men who aren't related to them, and they're pretty strict. I think it's like you're not supposed to at all.
So you probably wouldn't be going to Parliament, is what you're saying.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard to win an election with a burqa on. Let's put it that way.
Because that's what
I don't think people are going to know who they're voting for.
That's what she went on to say. Because he was like, no, we're not going to ban the burqa. And then she was like, okay, well, can we just ban it in Parliament then?
But no one's wearing it in
That's
Parliament.
what we need.
That'll stop all these terrorists.
Yes.
Bloody banning it in Parliament.
It was so funny because the guy I was talking about, like some just dude, it wasn't either of the two speaking people, but he just goes, I just want to make this clear. I checked who you were immediately when you walked in the building.
She did get
That
checked.
Is all.
An ID
Like,
check.
that was his interjection.
Like, she did get ID checked. And
as soon as I found out it was you, I turned away and went away.
Because there's still like metal detectors and stuff to get through in Parliament.
Yeah.
How would you be any safer from just... I don't know.
she could have a nap.
She is...
It's sad that stuff works. That's what's sad.
It's sad that we're talking about it.
Because it works.
Do you think she...
But George Brandis, good on him. Great speech.
Yeah, great on him.
And it's good coming from his side of Parliament because sometimes they try and like get the right-wing One Nation people on side because they kind of need One Nation to vote with them at the moment because they don't have the Senate. But yeah, good on him. He just trashed her.
I wish Pauline would
And he got
always wear a
emotional.
burqa.
It's the first time I've ever heard George Brandis seem genuine. And he definitely seemed genuine.
Definitely. She looked better with the burqa on.
Absolutely.
So,
Okay,
what are you talking about? Those comments that you were posting where the guy was like, "That's the only way for a redhead to stay sun smart."
Here are some great Facebook comments relating to this. Number 1, when wearing sunnies to work after a bender doesn't do the trick.
Hey.
Number 2, to be fair, it's the best way for a ginger to stay sun smart. Sorry, this is so funny. Breaking news, Pauline Hanson dresses differently to how she normally dresses. And then there was another one. There was a guy that was sitting behind her, and this comment is, never mind that, who's the guy behind her in the silver tie and purple shirt combo? Did he get lost on the way to his year 10 leavers dinner?
Ayo.
Ayo. Ba-bow. Burn.
Good one.
Anyway, that's enough about Burqas / Pauline Hanson / Trump / racism / the Dark Tower /
to racism.
Game of Thrones. So,
there's a bit of racism in Game of Thrones.
I was thinking, how about we end the show?
That's a good idea.
Thanks for watching. This has been Trend Settings episode 55. If you're live on Facebook, I love you. If you're watching it on YouTube, I still love you. If you're watching it on podcast, give us an iTunes review, for goodness sake. Actually, it's called an Apple podcast now. They don't call it iTunes.
Correct.
Where's that? Different branding. So, yeah, iTunes, they're updating the podcast app for the first time in like 10 years. Anyway, thanks for watching. Trend Settings episode 55. We are Group Settings. I'm Ali.
I'm Chris.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ye-Chan.
Sarah Tunnicliffe just joined. Too bad it's the end. Stuff you, Sarah.
Too late, Sarah. Too late. Go home.
Anyway.
But how do you think we did, guys?
Yeah.
Good question, Chris.
Good one.
See you next
I
week.
always want to self-evaluate.